When creating content for a website, there are three main ways that webmasters can indicate how their site's pages appear in search results: the title tag, the meta description, and the URL. On top of these three, webmasters can also use structured data to refine search appearances further, configuring results to show star ratings and product information, or for example, to replace the URL with breadcrumbs, and so on and so forth. However, there are a number of more obscure tricks that can be used to easily modify search result appearances, 5 of which are discussed in this video. Number 1, mathematical bold. When setting the title and meta descriptions for a website, only plain characters can be used. You cannot, for example, include a strong tag within your meta description. I mean, you can, but it doesn't actually render as HTML. However, conveniently, there is a magic font called mathematical bold, which is inherently bold, without the need to use any kind of hypertext markup language. There's even a generator that can be used to create this text, as well as other similar, inherently styled fonts, which do show correctly in search results. This text generally works fine with social media sites as well. For example, searching for "Watch Crumb Movie Online Free" will, at the time of this video, include a result for a YouTube video that uses mathematical bold on YouTube and that also displays that title tag correctly in search results. Based on the fact that this page ranks for the term in question with no issue in searches through Google, Bing, Yahoo, or DuckDuckGo, it's clear that search engines are able to process this text as if it were regular font. Number 2, strikethrough and semantic HTML. As of the time of this post, searching for error 503 maximum threads for service reached through Google will return this thread on the first page. As shown in the image below, the strikethrough text, created with the S tag, is omitted in the description shown in search results. More broadly, this is a classic example of how HTML provides both presentational and semantic data, which, among other benefits, allows search engines and other robots to parse and understand web pages more effectively. Number 3, emojis. Searching for site emojipedia.org on any of the major search engines renders emojis fine in both the title tags and meta descriptions from that site. However, there are occasional issues with cross-browser and cross-operating system compatibility, where emojis can, in some cases, show as the undefined rectangle or otherwise incorrectly. Number 4, showing jump to links in search results. As discussed in more depth previously, it is possible to enable links to allow users to jump to particular sections of your web pages. This is done by adding IDs to the various headings in your post, and then by adding a table of contents with links to those sections. An example of a page with this type of jump to link is shown here. This is particularly relevant for sites that use the fairly common setup of including exact, partial, or phrase match keywords in some or all of their site headings. Assuming that your site ranks for the targeted terms, this can improve click-through rate by including an anchor in search results directly to the section of the page that the user is looking for, effectively allowing individual pages to more effectively target broader sets of keywords. Number 5, creating a site search via the Chrome search bar. While this is not quite a search result customization, it's similar conceptually. Google Chrome's URL bar also acts as a search bar. By default, searches will go to your specified search engine. However, you can jump to a number of different sites' own custom search pages by typing that domain into the Chrome URL bar and then pressing space. This works for a number of sites, such as YouTube, Bing, Quora, Reddit, and a number of others. While you might think this is set up with structured data, such as what is done with the site link search box, the Chromium Tab to Search feature is separate. As discussed in the Google Chrome help thread here, there are 2 ways to set this up: by adding an open search description document, or including a search form on your site that generates a GET request that results in an HTTP URL and that does not have an onSubmit script. The second option sounds more complicated than it actually is. The 256 kilobyte search bar meets all 3 of these requirements, as does basically any generic site search. In conclusion, minor on-page SEO adjustments can have significant impacts on click-through rate, which is useful for obvious reasons. While you're experimenting with your site, you might also put together more content by following this on-page SEO guide, or improve your site's internal link structure, find and fix broken links, or aimlessly browse the other SEO content on 256kilobytes.com.